Okay, so this is episode 8 of the DP. Okay, everything from the dark was coming to light. This is the Dark Podcast, and when you gaze into the abyss, the abyss gazes back into you. When the abyss gazes back into you, you gaze back into the abyss. All right, so going off. Okay, yeah. So you don't want these phenomenons and apparitions to, basically try to influence their will and their beliefs and their awareness onto you, okay? Because what happens is that their minds are very impure, okay, and destructive and chaotic, and they don't have a sense of order, which means they're not in balance, they're not in harmony. And this is where the strengthening of your nen, your willpower, okay, your soul's existence is very important, because in the importance of you being self-aware, not self-victimizing and self-deprecating, which is self-destructiveness, self-recklessness, self-sabotaging, is that you don't descend, you don't become more ignorant, you don't remain in ignorance, you don't stay ignorant. Because if you choose, if you willingly are, what happens is that you begin to host these apparitions, and these phenomenons begin to influence you. And what happens is that you go from transcending and ascending to descending, and you become fallen. So you are not protected and even though you are protected and shielded, your shield and your protection is very, what you believe to be called weak, um, which is how those weapons that can be formed against you, which is weaponized ignorance, weaponized, weaponizing your existence against you, basically, in your own being, which is the weaponization of your ignorance, um essentially becomes, it gets to the point where these weapons formed against you begin to succeed, or appear to be succeeding, actually, um prosper, and as well as they are forming, and they are not going to only try to recruit you or make you one of them, um not make you one of them, but manipulate you into being choosing willingly becoming one of them, when you transcend out of this realm, or you're deported, which is basically just what you call MURDERED, or transcend is just you, just, it's not dying, it's just when your soul, you know, um, moves on, quote unquote, figuratively speaking, yeah, from this dimension and heads into a deeper one, okay, or you can head into a lower one too, okay. What happens is that you become one of these apparitions and phenomenons, which will be stated in this episode as um, archons, principalities, and demons, as well as entities. Now, what these entities are fallen deities. Okay, apparitions that are known as demons are actually fallen spirits. Okay, so fallen spirit guides. Okay, these are ancestors. Well, these are, they're not ancestors, but they are spirits that could have been ancestors had they not fallen. Okay, this also includes spirit animals as well, which are also ancestors. Um, they which also can be ancestors, um, that that can inhabit a vessel that appears to be, bipedal, meaning they walk on two legs, and you know that's just like yours. Okay, because not all your ancestors have what you may call or believe is called a humanoid kind of spirit. None of them really do, actually. But anyways, that aside for now, okay. Then you have archons, which are just fallen gods and goddesses, and demigods and demigoddesses. And then you have the principalities, which are fallen angels. Okay, so fallen angels are principalities, which are not the same as what you would call gods. Okay, because angels, even though they may have similar attributes, they are there to serve the gods, okay, and the goddesses, the ones that are not fallen. That's what their true intention in creation was for. When a deity loses its essence, its soul, it becomes an entity because it doesn't exist in the higher dimensions anymore. Now it is only allowed to roam in the lower dimensions, but they aren't able to influence anything without possessing. So to possess is to inhabit or to project themselves through a vessel. Okay, so that's where you have a lot of people who are possessed by demons, archons, principalities, entities, and stuff like that, which are just fallen gods and goddesses. And they will do this by influencing what you believe, influencing your will, and manipulating you so your awareness doesn't deepen, so you don't realize who you truly are or what you truly are. And if you realize you're not fallen, okay, you're not fallen like them, what happens is that they aren't able to not only form any weapons, they're not able to succeed or prosper in any case or form, not in your presence, not in the vicinity, not around your org field. And your org field is inanimate, so they're not able to do anything within your aura field, but they're also not able to influence you, so they're not able to possess you, not able to do any of those things. So those, what you may believe to be called dark thoughts or negative beliefs and feelings, and that's the other one. Okay, so feelings as well. They'll the gods and goddesses that are fallen will try to influence your feelings and shit. The demons will influence your beliefs. And the archons, the entities and principalities, they will try to influence what your will and your power, and as well as the entities. Actually, they more so influence what's going on like outside of you. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to make shit like happen outside of you, but the principalities will try to influence your willpower. Okay, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, stuff like that. So you'll do things that you didn't truly willingly want to do. See, that's a key part. It has to be what you're truly, really, actually willing, and what you're truly, actually, and really feeling, and what you're truly, actually, and really believe in. If it's not, then your awareness, then your nin is not. It's not. Your willpower is not strong enough. And so if it's not strong enough, you're not manifesting, you're manipulating yourself. And then that's when you begin to create your, that's when you begin to that's when you begin to fall. Okay. Meaning, what you call weaken, your mind begins to, what you would believe is your mind weakening, and when your mind is weakening, that's your aura losing strength, your nin losing strength, the existence of your soul, and the that's projecting the projection of your soul through this vessel. It's like the connection is like loosening and loosening and loosening and loosening, and that and tuning in is just connecting back to it. So how to strengthen that attunement to your soul. Another part of it, like how to. So this is the way that it will never be unplugged, is that you have to connect only to your soul, which is actually truly just called attaching to your soul and nothing else. Only your soul, your mind, your vessel, and your spirits. And they will never be able to access it. That removes the access automatically. Now the invasion is you protecting and shielding yourself from their influences, no matter how or what, where, and when. it is.